Hey, White Lightning, any sound? Can you hear me? You're too R tight. Yes, sound. Okay, good. I don't know what happened. I mean, sometimes it just doesn't, you know. Yeah, you got sound. Okay. Hey, Kelly, Terry, Mio, Ami, Tonya, Joe, Darius, Terry, Karina, Mama Bear. Happy Thanksgiving. Gina, Flight Sticks, Cindy. Oh, y okay. It's Isabella, Hippie Chick, Jane, Debbie, Darius, Carol, Francine, Karina. That's a nice name. Oh, they're all nice names. Michelle, Raven, Eric. Okay, we got this, man. I'm so happy to see you guys on Thanksgiving. I don't know what you guys are up to, but, cooking. Cool, Hippie Chick. Yeah. So I'm moving today. I'm continuing my move. I'm very excited. I just went out and got a portable water filter for my new pad and a hot pot stuff. I'm gonna get some food. I got a table. I got some chairs. And I'm gonna do the main part of the moving on Monday. I'm gonna have a moving guy come, a friend of mine, and take everything else. What's this message? Oh, Verizon. I don't even know what that is. Silliness. Okay. I think I want to get right to the intel today because it's really pouring out. But first, I just want to quickly see how many military flights are up today. Yep, yep. They're all over Europe and the United States, all the military planes. There's a zillion planes around, like passenger planes. I guess everyone's still going to their family now, right now? Isn't it a little late? I guess not. I guess not. God is good. Yeah, man. Waiting for a client. Nice. Um, yeah, moderators and chat family. Yeah, we got this. So let's see. The intel was pouring out, and I got some really good intel from Whiplash today. So I'm just gonna go straight to that. Oh, you know what? Oh, you just have to go up, round, pin it back down. Okay, I'm on Whiplash. All right, so let's see. And he's been pouring this stuff out. He doesn't usually come out with so much intel. The announcement on Twitter with Twitter accounts reinstalled sounds good. Daniel 6:8, right? And he came to the ram and had two horns, which had been standing before the river, and ran to him in the fury of his power. Do you want me to find out what that is? Let me just check the link. It says, yeah, it just says Daniel. Going to what? Going to read Daniel again? Yeah. So that's a quote from Daniel. Lockdowns in China, watch the water. One of the watch the water meanings is deuterium in water. We have all been poisoned by deuterium, which is a toxic element. They extract this from drinking tap or rainwater to make bombs. It causes many diseases, like not good ones, like the big C, Dimension Parks. Look up deuterium depleted water. So they're saying they suck out the deuterium. And we've all been poisoned. So that's one of the meanings of watch the water. There was a lot. There was a whole bunch of stuff on this morning. Lunar calendar, possible 3-day event. 11.2, 11.25, 11.7, 7/11. JFK Jr. 62nd birthday. Happy birthday, John. On the clock. World Cup. POTUS Twitter 88. King Charles Three Gorges Dam, and the other dams like Kakhovska, Nile, Lake 7, Poseidon, Sudska, London Bridge, and Menai Bridge. Mass cyber attacks, London Evergreen Liquidation Court, that's on the 28th. Today is the 24th. They're saying Trump, the T presidency made public on 11.6, 2 days ahead of Elon's Tesla phones. Think flip. December 1st. Wow, he just changed it while I was looking at it. Iran scenario, incredible. Mach 2 World Cup. COVID variant named PI Tesla, quantum PI phones, and Tesla trucks. Then smart contracts protocol 20, full merge quantum systems. That's December 1st. Not so far away, right? Not really far away at all. December 1st could be the up and running of the quantum systems. Boy, that would be nice for everybody here, I would think. I mean, Jassara is what we need. I find two little ginseng roots in my coffee. D5, man, D5, the Epic Times D5. What is D5? We all know D5 is... Okay, here we go. Here's FIFA World Cup, Qatar. Is an international association football tournament contested by the men's national teams. It's like the biggest deal in the world, right? To the world. Oh, and he's selling a coin called Qatar World Cup. Okay. I'm wait a minute. And now I'm seeing the clock again. Wait a minute. Hold it, guys. Simba. Okay, Simba chain, short for simple blockchain. Our partners, Boeing, CAT, Tox, American Navy. I mean, that sounds like a pretty good thing to buy, right? If you have partners like that. All right, so I thought I saw more on this. We have the Mickey Mouse clock again with 10 and 2 and 8 red dots. So could be 10 and 2, could be 12, 8, could be. We don't know. They're showing pictures of dams, of V for Vendetta. I saw a whole bunch of posts this morning, and now all I see is all the investment things. FEMA, this is all investment. I don't know where I saw all this. Let me just see if this is all from today. This can't all be from today. What is this? Ledger Gold. Assets, all kinds of assets. No intel. I mean, if you if you're one of the people who holds, I'm not an investment advisor. If you hold XLM and you have it and you can migrate it over to Lobster, or you can buy it directly on Lobster if you don't live in New York. Probably you could with a credit card. You buy some XLM, then you go to Whiplash 347. Now, there are a lot of fake ones. I'm just going to lay this out really quick for those of you who are slightly curious and don't know yet. You go to Whiplash 347. It has a big red V, but there are a lot of fake ones, and this one has 230,000 100,000 subscribers. 230, right? Right. It would be 200, yeah, 230,000 subscribers. So if you were interested, like I am, because I believe that Whiplash is on the money. I could be wrong. It could be a whole scam. I mean, I got into a big time. That's why I don't talk about these things very often. I got into a big to do with one of my peeps. He was like, it's a scam, and he really did some real damage, this guy. So I don't want to get into it, but I'm just saying, if you don't think it's a scam, you go to Whiplash and you see what he's investing in, and then you go to, he'll show you the domain name, and then you could go to a site. I'm going to even show, I'll do it just quickly, just because it's Thanksgiving. Let's see how I can do this site. The site is called, I'm going to go to it quickly, bookmarks. It's called SDEX Explorer. You go to SDEX Explorer, and in the right-hand corner, they say assets, and you can click it on the asset name, or you can do the domain name. Then you're going to get a whole bunch of assets. And after you do that, sometimes you get one, but most of the time you get a whole bunch of assets. Most of them are fake scams. Then you go back to Whiplash and you look for the, what do you call it? It's a blue number. It's called, he says, Lobster. I wish I could show this to you, but maybe one day I'll do a Zoom and I can show it to you. He shows you the, okay, so here's an asset called Sandbox, okay, which I don't think I own. And he shows you on Lobster how to buy it. You could go to the domain name and look it up on SDEX, and then you have to match up this user ID number, which is like a 40-digit number. You look up the first 4 digits and the last 4 digits, and see if they match up. You're pretty good that's probably a good asset. I mean, I don't think we're really going to have to worry about this in the future anyway, but I enjoy this kind of thing. I mean, it just, I do things sometimes for the enjoyment. Like, I like to be engaged on the internet, because I'm on the internet all day anyway. I like to be able to take a minute out, look at my assets, see what they're doing, see if I want to do anything about it. I mean, I enjoy it. It's just like fun. It's like some people watch football games. I don't watch football games, but I do, I'll play with my investments a little bit. I'm constantly tweaking it to try to figure out how to make some money. I haven't really figured it out yet, but I'm in a position to, when things go up, like you guys, I have a little silver, I have a little gold, I have a little XLM, I have a lot of these little assets from Whiplash. And when the switch is turned, we could, everything could go through the roof. Now, will it have any meaning? Not really. If Jassar Nassar is in effect, it'll be just like, okay, it's just more money. What am I going to do with it? It's just like, I want, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we're gonna soon be at that consciousness where money won't matter. It's only because the cabal's been in charge, and they've, completely brainwashed us and got us into this fear symposium because of over money. They got us so scared. I'm not going to be able to make a living, and you won't be able to make a living because they have it set up so you can't make a living. You cannot help but get into credit card debt. I mean, I was like good for like 3 or 4 years, and then I was just like, you can only hold up so long. I mean, some people are really good about it. My partner is good at it, and that's why I have to leave. But it's by design. It's designed to make you poor, and it does a very good job with the interest. Now they're blaming this on the Jewish people. There is some kind of connection because I don't know. I think this is a cabal manipulation, but the Jews are not involved with this. It's not the Jews. It could be Jewish. They usually put up like a Jewish guy to be the boss, so that the world thinks like this guy, this noodlehead, who's not, half naked in a swimming pool, and Sam Bankman-Fried or whatever his name is. Like, he's going out giving lectures. I'm like, why isn't this guy in jail? I don't get it. But anyway, okay, so that's it. So that's how you could invest your stellar lumens for you could buy a lot, for $20, you could buy 100,000 coins of this, whatever it is. Here's the Saudi Arabia. Like, I bought the inline ascension development of logistics. I mean, Saudi Arabia gold you could buy, all these Sandbox, the one I mentioned. First Singapore company to ink a partnership with the Sandbox. I mean, these investments are definitely and it could be happening as soon as December 1st. But even if they do pull the switch on it, there'll be lots of because the amount of people that are involved in this investment is infinitesimally small. I mean, you're talking about a couple of thousand people have these investments. Now, will those couple thousand people end up, if this goes forward? Yes, these people will be incredibly wealthy, but the idea is that they're hoping that the people who are attracted to this are the kind of people that would give it out, that would be more inclined to give charity and help other people and start humanitarian projects. I heard, by the way, there was a great Jewish builder. I can't remember his name offhand, in Canada. And I was told that people were lined out of his door day and night. He would give away money constantly. Can't remember his name offhand, but I was always impressed by that story. Okay, so I'm not finding cool things. I guess I'm going to go back to my other source. But if you do want to invest in this crazy asset, and a normie is going to look at you. That's what we had, a normie on our show, and he was a normie investor. He was ballistic. He was so upset. How can you invest in lobster? It's a scam. I don't think it's a scam. I don't. And I also think it's being run by the Space Force. So, yes, there are a lot of scam assets on there, and you have to be very careful about what you buy. But not that careful. You just have to check out the numbers. If it's the right number, it's according to Whiplash, it's good, and we hope he's on the ball. Anyway, so that's that. Okay, so let me move on. Let me get out of this mindset. Oh, so much going on. I really want to get to this other thing. Where did I find that? I thought I found it on Whiplash. I did find it on Whiplash. What happened? Wait a minute. I'm going back for 1 second. He had all this really hopeful news. Well, you know what? I'm going to go on this other guy, because the other guy is also flooding out with stuff. Excuse my broken English. I used to be able to speak English when I grew up in Westchester, and I actually could speak English, but I've lived in Brooklyn for like 25 years, so forget it, man. Right? Okay, so yeah, okay, so it was on this channel. The Fibbies and the DS have proved one thing about Mr. T. He's the most innocent man in the whole wide world. It really is true. Beautiful days ahead. There's a picture of oh, let me just check this system over. Great. Okay, so there's a picture of Santa Claus with a hammer. Don't know what it means. This and it's from American Patriot, says beautiful things ahead. So you guys can figure out what that means. I'm not well, yes, no, we can all figure out what, and I want to get into this. Team cooking, like many of you. I'll be sporadic till later. Hold the fort. JB's Secret Service agent gets sued for allegedly assaulting women in Israel. You know, yeah. I mean, it just happens that, I mean, the Israeli people are beautiful people. Hate speech impressions are lower. Hate speech impressions go down by 1/3 from pre-spike levels. Congrats to the Twitter team. Oh, that's nice. I can't read this. I don't know if this is English or Latin. Let me just see this. Oh, no. I don't know what that was. I can't read it, though. Okay, make Thanksgiving great again. Wait for it. Enjoy your day because we still have a few miles to go before we sprint to the finish line. Okay, love to all. World, where we go one, we go all. The best is yet to come. This is indeed a biblical event. May God continue to bless us all. We do not know when it's going to go down. I don't know. I don't know. I just know that when it does go down, it's going to be amazing. Okay, happy Thanksgiving. We have a lot to be thankful for. We woke up. We are God's chosen. We found each other. We might have read this. I'm just going to read a little bit of it. One thing we will and can never accept in this mission is defeat. We must know deep down in our hearts that this is a very atypical war. There has never been a war of this caliber that has been fought quite like this ever. It is the war between good and evil, between God and Satan. We know God wins. We didn't have to scroll to the end of the movie to know that. We just knew this because we know God has been saving us. We have said this so many times, but we were chosen to be God's warriors in this war and at this time in history. We started out as digital journalists to save the children. But as we unearthed all the atrocities and lies, we became God's warriors. God gifted us with his armor of God. Do you not feel God guarding you, his protection? I certainly do. I think we all do, yeah. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, Charlotte. In my family, back in the day, we used to have like 50 people, all the aunts and uncles and cousins back in the 60s, in the early 60s, mid 60s. Families lived together. I mean, I know in some parts of the country they still do, but we used to have all my first cousins, that we all, aunts and uncles, great aunts and uncles, at my uncle's estate. It was a glorious affair, and if my aunt could figure out how to cook the turkey properly, she wasn't the best cook, but she was she was my side of the family. I mean, she married a very, very successful businessman. You know, she came from the poor side, so we just like tagged along for the goodies. That's what I learned about the Clean Plate Club. And sometimes when my family was building a house for themselves, we got to live in their gardener's cottage, which was really a lot of fun on their like 7-acre estate in Scarsdale, which is no longer together. They broke it down into smaller buildings. It has been a rather tough year for me personally, but God has strengthened not only me, but all of us and keeps us focused, forward moving, and doing what is right. There are many days when it would be much easier to just quit, but we would never insult God and his great gift by giving up. Does God speak to us all? Yes, of course, but we have to learn how to listen to hear his words. All of us have to hear, or we wouldn't be here on this mission journey now. I don't think we read this before, and this is really, really nice. This is really like kind of in line with the things I've been reading. I have another thing that I'll read after this. I'm just gonna run to get the rest of my coffee. I'll be right there. I thought I was stoked up, you know. This is the best coffee. Shout out to Spiritual Bean. Rock and roll. If you want beans that rock, get your Spiritual Beans. They definitely rock. I don't know. You must hand pick the beans. They're really like amazing beans. Okay. The hardest thing for me, you're right, this is good stuff. The hardest thing for me that I had to learn during the whole mission was learning how important it is to let go of my ego. Just let go of my past, my anger, my mistrust. Once I finally grasped my red pillar's wise words and managed about just letting go and embracing pure truth is when I started genuinely understanding the plan better. So sorry. I also now understand that this fire deep down inside each of us will always burn. I had a little dairy before I spoke. I should never do that. About letting go and embracing pure truth is when I started to genuinely understand the plan better. I now understand that the fire deep down inside each of us will always burn brighter than any fire we encounter around us. Sorry, Please understand that all lies and liars will indeed be exposed. We will be vindicated. People are being forced to step down. Most have already been through military tribunals and executed or gitmoed. There are and will be no deals made. This is the time we must stand at our strongest and most united than ever before. Soon we will be shouting from the rooftops at the top of our lungs, victory. So very much is and has been happening behind the scenes right now. We have been assured that all truths will be revealed at the appropriate time. We must be patient and be there for those who refuse to see and accept the truth. Unfortunately, they will be forced to see it but some may still refuse to accept it. Hopefully, as time goes on, their brainwashing comes to an end and they will see the light. We are the leaders, the teachers, the healers, and rebuilders of the future. We are the thankful. We all are thankful for being awakened, for being chosen for this mission, this journey. Let's remember to thank God every day for that privilege. Enjoy your day, your family, enjoy your time with family and friends. Be thankful to everything that God has blessed us with. Just put aside all your troubles today. Allow yourself to relax and enjoy the moment. Know that you are loved by your extended frog family. Yes, my frogs, we have much to be thankful for every day of our lives, and we are the great awakening. We win, we won. God has blessed us all. Nice, right? Beautiful words. I'm not going to read that about crypto changes, cryptocurrency, and things with the little ones. I'm not even, some things are just too silly to mention. I'm grateful for you all. Happy Thanksgiving. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of our life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Zero Bark 30. There's a lot of things about the dogs, the soldier dogs. I want to take a moment to thank all of our great Tyranny teams for your hard work, for your patience, for most of all your spirit, as we today give thanks for we have given during our lives, during this very special journey we have been all on together for at least the past 7 years. It's been tough. It's been frustrating. It's been hard. I am thankful today for all the God's stars, the Kennedys, the T's, the generals worldwide among them, the militaries, the entire Q-17 team, Galactic Federation, and the Patriot Frog, and most of all, our creator. I want to just give a shout out to the Q people. I don't know if any are actually listening, but I was very critical several months ago about the fact that they always mentioned Jesus and that it was offensive to Jews. And I just want to compliment them that they have been. I think somebody heard my plea, or maybe me and Gila's plea, and they're really backing down. They're just saying Creator, God, because we don't need to divide ourselves. I mean, we have enough division, even within ourselves. The Kabbalah has us so confused. And I think, I hate to say this. It kind of pains me to say this, and it's very hard for me to say this, but I think all religions have been tampered with by these insane forces. I don't think Judaism can claim, complete, that we preserved. Anyway, if I go there, I will be considered a heretic. So I'm not even going to, I'm not going to go there today. I may get there later. Abraham Lincoln proclaimed Thanksgiving a national holiday on October 3rd, 1863, almost 100 years before the great event on November 22nd of 1963, right? Very interesting. And both presidents were removed from the planet before their time. Ginseng, man. Wisconsin ginseng is supposed to be the best in the world. A shout out to the shoemakers. If you get online and you want to get some the best ginseng in the world, I buy from a shoemaker in I think it's Shoemaker or Schuler's or something like that in Wisconsin. Their ginseng rocks. The Chinese go to Wisconsin to buy ginseng. The American ginseng is considered the best in the world. Okay. Anyway, okay. This is like a warning. Don't forget. I'll post this. I'll post this on the Intel channels because I'm not sure I really want to read this. Okay. Don't forget, tomorrow starts the new Telegram rule where they can use your photos. Don't forget, deadline today. It can be used in court cases and litigation against you. Everything you've ever sent becomes public from today. Every message that has been deleted or the photos not allowed, even messages that have been deleted. It costs nothing for a simple copy and paste. Better safe than sorry. Channel 5 News talked about the change in Telegram's privacy policy. I do not give Telegram or any entities associated with Telegram permission to use my pictures, information, messages, or posts, both past and future. With this statement, I give notice to Telegram. It is strictly forbidden to disclose, copy, distribute, or take any other action against me based on this profile or its contents. The content of this profile is private and confidential information. The violation of this privacy. Okay, so if you want, you could copy this down. I put it on the Intel channels. We are unstoppable when we are all on the same page. And our enemies know this. We cured diseases, built magnificent cities and structures, explored the unknown, invented unimaginable, inconceivable, incredible, unbelievable, unthinkable, impossible, and the fantastic. We crossed oceans while some thought the shores were the end of the world, climbed mountains because they were there, went to the moon while others worshipped it. The European, we are European. We are like no other species of man. We went to other lands. The schools and universities will teach your children to be ashamed of their rich, unparalleled heritage. You must teach them first. Don't give these institutions a lump of clay to mold to their desires. And there's a beautiful film of this. I'm going to post this on the Intel chats. Conservative uncles waiting for their woke nephews to open their mouths about literally anything at the dinner tables this Thanksgiving. I don't know what that means. I mean, I can imagine. State of Control documentary now available to watch for free. I'm going to post that up. You know, I don't know if we need any more fear porn. I don't know. I really don't know if we need it. Gila and I had a discussion about this idea of hopophobia. That people are afraid to hope. It's like, oh no, like I sometimes get these, like I got a reaction to one of my Twitter films that said, and a partridge in a pear tree. This guy is all, it's all like a fantasy thing. It's not. But people are just like too afraid to hope. I mean, they're hopophobic. Why not hope? Why not vibrate with the frequency of infinite possibilities in the future, of radiance and joy? Why radiate with lack, with limitation, when you can radiate with infinite bliss? I mean, it's a choice. You have a choice. God gives us choice. Says you want to be down, you could be down. I mean, sometimes you want to explore that environment, but why not embrace the fantastic? Embrace the infinite possibilities we're now faced with. When I see these things like these projects in Saudi Arabia, a funny place for a Jewish guy to be touting, but I think those projects are so darn cool. Like this project, The Line, where they have like a 400-mile city that's like 50 yards across or 100 yards across. I don't know the dimensions, but it's lined with trees and rivers, I'm guessing, and just like cool living spaces. I mean, like, we don't have to live in these boxes, these shoe boxes. We don't have to live like this. We don't have to live in these like the neighborhood I live in. I mean, I love it here, don't get me wrong, but just a mile away, a little more, just exactly a mile away, a mile north of here, are old Tartarian buildings, and 1 block this way, 1 block, I don't know if that, whatever direction that is, north, south. Right, so north is up there, south is, so that's west and east. 1 block west of me, man, there's like a 5-story, 4-story tower. I've shown you pictures of it. We don't have to live in these squalid little shoe boxes. We don't have to live with gasoline engine, powered cars. That was only the cabal. It's about to go. It's about to be taken forever. Think of what this place could look like. Little rivers trickling through the heart of town, children playing and laughing and taking their shoes off and walking in the water, right? I mean, like in rainbow gatherings, you know, you want an ice cream cone? Have an ice cream cone. It won't be charging you in those days. You'll be like, okay, I really like some ice cream. I'm going to go over to the ice cream store. Oh, sir, hi, nice to see you. You want some ice cream? What kind would you like? Thank you. Thank you so much. You really made my day. I love having, it's going to be a different world. I mean, ice cream is the least of it. Radiance and joy, and we're going to learn how to use water to power things. We're not going to see wires. You'll never see a wire again as long as you live. We won't need wires. We won't have cars that make smells. I mean, imagine just getting up in the morning and say, what do I really want to do today? It's like such a beautiful day. Should I go for a hike, or should I work on my 14-string piano bender? I'm the kind of guy, I like to, I would love to go for a hike, don't get me wrong, and once in a while I actually do, but I like to create, I like to make stuff. Anyway, I wanna come, I'm gonna, what, I'm gonna just skip ahead to this because I'm gonna probably quit early because I have to move. So, I mean, I shouldn't say I have to, I get to move. I mean, this is such an opportunity. I get to choose a new domain, and everyone's happy. My wife's happy, I'm happy. My son, I think, will be happy. I stayed together with my wife for my son, and my son is like, "Why did you stay? You guys were not happy together. I didn't need that." And now he's like mad he's a little bit angry, but not angry, but he's just like, he left the house. He says, so that's why I said, I got to get out of here. So he'll come home. He'll hang out with his mother. It's not that I'm a bad guy. He loves me. He loves to hang out with me, but he doesn't like to hang out with me and my wife because we don't really, she's a very nice person. I have utmost complete respect for her. I don't think badly of her. It's just like we're just not made to be together, and it's like, so It took me a long time. I mean, it's taken me 10 years to really come to the conclusion that I really need to leave the house. And then it took me months to find a place, and nobody would rent to me in the cool place, in the place with all, with all the whatever, maybe the libs, whatever. I don't know that. I don't want to say white, but I'm going to say it. With all the white people, they didn't want me, man. And now I find myself in a building full of black people, and I'm so happy, man. I'm not a racist, but honestly, I I've always lived in black neighborhoods, and I prefer it. I'm sorry, I know that makes me a racist, but like it feels more comfortable to me. So God knows his customers. I mean, he stuck me where I moved to, all in terms of the Jewish neighborhood. When I moved here, people were like, "Are you crazy? You can't live down there." I'm like, "Yeah, I can live down there, man. I'm a high school teacher, man. What am I gonna do? I'll ask them if they did their homework, if they give me any trouble." "What? You wanna rob me? Did you do your homework last night?" "What? Homework?" That's my wife's phone, I'm sorry. Anyway, things will be better for me, but I think the people that saw me in the building yesterday, they were like, "There's a white guy here." They're like, "I want," "Is he gonna be uncomfortable?" They're nice. They're nice people. I'm thinking to myself, I don't feel uncomfortable. I'm fine, man. Anyway, that's another I hope I hope I'm still on YouTube by tomorrow. I think I will be, but let me just read this. I'm just saying it, like, I mean, like, one of my early best anyway, I don't wanna go into this whole thing. Anyway, okay. I'm off on a tangent. Whiplash 347. What you are all about to go through is going to be very painful. Now, I would say not, okay? That's the cool way to say it, right? Not. Painful, not. And I'll explain why. You are about to learn that your entire not you guys already know this. You're about to learn that your entire lifetimes and generations before you have been nothing but lies. It is going to take a good 6 months to get over this. The normies probably flip out. Some may never get over it. The entire planet is going to be rewired. Every system and every technology that you know now will be obsolete. Obsolete. This computer, I think I'm in like the flashiest, I got the MacBook Pro, man. It's like it hums along. This is nothing, man. Nothing. We'll have like telepathy extenders so we can communicate with beings in other galaxies. I mean, who knows what's coming? Many industries will be no longer and replaced with new industries through new technologies, and histories will be rewritten. Many fields will need to completely stop in order to be rewired and pull out all obsolete systems. Think education, medical, and computer systems. There will be lots of training and retraining going on. Every man, woman, and child deserves peace and freedom to achieve what they desire. Every person. Planet Earth is about to shake up the size of that only God could pull off. Everyone must come together through this. Where we go on, we go all worldwide. Transition to greatness. The best is yet to come. Nations that have been raped, pillaged, genocide, and war-torn, many will return to these countries to rebuild and build under good and much smaller governments, 10% of the size of what they are now. This will enable homeless to get off the streets and into homes. There will be no more wars and no poverty. 6,000 cures, including UV light therapies, will be released to cure every disease known to man that were created in labs and also through poisons and the V things and sprayed on foods, etc. We're coming into like the most amazing time period in the history of imagining, and people are afraid to have. I can't hope now. Things are really terrible. I mean, Joe B is he's he's not altogether there. How can you be happy? How can I have it's like, yeah, that's part of the movie, man. Enjoy it. If he was there, we'd both be in trouble. He'd be doing more stuff in the country U, man. He'd be owning more gas country companies and snorting more C. You know, I don't know. We got to get rid of these guys. Anyway, so that really just set me off. That and the fact that I'm about to like venture off into a new adventure, man. I haven't had an adventure in many years. Gila said, "You're so brave." I said, "You know what, Gila? I'm a mouse. I'm half mouse and half lion." I'm like, most of the time, I'm like, and then once in a while, I'm like, and I think that's probably goes for a lot of us. It's like, she's like saying, "I'm so brave." I'm like, yeah, it may seem this way, but this has taken me 10 years to get up the oomph to pack my bags and put a few things over in a new pad. I got the internet working, so I'm like, I'll be able to broadcast here. I might even broadcast tonight. I slept on the couch last night here in a sleeping bag, man. That was so comfortable. It was so warm. I love sleeping bags. Gosh, I want to get back. I'm going to be living in a kind of like woods, like to me, it's the woods. If you can see the ocean, you can open the window and feel the ocean. You can smell the ocean. And you could look down. I mean, I'm like, I fished for years. I wasn't able to do anything but go fishing for many years. I'm sure I told you this a million times. I had a car accident and I was a basket case for like 2 or 3 years. I went fishing every day. I know when there's a fish underneath a ripple. I mean, it's just like I'll be able to see it from my window. Will I go running down with a fishing rod? I doubt it, but I will enjoy every ripple, every gust of air, every vibrational feeling when the tide turns, man. I mean, when you're a fisherman, you just know it. You know when the tide is turning. And the tide is turning. So, okay, so let's shift into this. The tide has turned. The bad boys, they've all been gitmoed. I can just feel it in my bones. Is it going to happen tomorrow? I don't know. It could happen in 5 years. What difference does it make? It does not make a difference. The only thing that's different for me is that I know we're going into the great new age. Whether it happens today or tomorrow or next week or in 5 years, it doesn't matter. We've been doing this for thousands of years. To wait a little longer is a pleasure. Why? Because this is the last time you'll get to experience this reality. It's going to be gone soon. We won't even remember it. The kids will be like, "Grandpa, what was it like back then in 2022? Did people really do their homework back then?" I'm like, "No, no, Yaakov. They didn't do their homework. They never did their homework." Honestly, I can tell you, I was a teacher for 20 years, and I never saw one piece of homework. Um, we'll be able to tell them what it was like in the old days. So I think this is a tremendous time period right now to be alive. It is like, without a doubt. I mean, I know we all get into the worry state and the fear state, and none of us have any. I mean, I have even though I'm making some money now on YouTube, it's like it's all hand to mouth for me. It's like, it comes in and then it's like gone. But it doesn't matter. It's really pretty soon. It's not going to matter at all. All right, so let me just see if there's any other cool intel from my buddy here. They posted this thing about the conservative. We kneel to God and God alone. Enjoy this day. The best is yet to come. Imagine where our country could be with all the government resources that have been used to fight with him instead of against him. Imagine if they didn't put the money into the dumbs and they put it into like parks and buildings. And okay, here's VK screenshots. Let's see what he's got for us. Good morning, Patriots, and Thanksgiving. Be nice with the family today. Love each other is how we get through this. Okay, let me just get to the bottom of this. Morning, Patriots. Why 2023? Who died in 1999? Who died in 1963? What do they have in common? Year of the from 3.1222, 3/12/22 at 10:29 Eastern. The VK year of the rapid post today. 3/12/22. Oh, this is a repost. Water Rabbit, 1963. Water Earth, 1999. Water Rabbit, 2023. Don't get distracted. It's the 24th day of 11/22. Friday is right around the corner. Friday, 12/22 Eastern. Psh. Okay, man. I mean, that's 12/20 to 12/22. Those are the numbers. 12/22. Tomorrow is Friday. That's going to be 11/25/22. But at 11/22 Eastern, this could, I don't know what this means. Elephant TikTok video. Let me just see this. Cool. They pulled an elephant out. I'll post that one. Oh gosh, now it's playing forever. Sorry. But imagine where our country would be if we hadn't spent on all these like horrific things and we spent on really beautiful things, and we will in the future. So yes, yeah, there was a lot of waste. There was a lot of disgusting things that happened, but think what it's going to be like. I don't think we should be hopophobic. I don't think we should be hopophobic. I don't think we have to fear hope. Yesterday, today. Yeah, I don't like this stuff about like they were all blaming the shooter yesterday on Republicans, and then the next day they find he was woke. I don't even get into this stuff. I don't my mind isn't big enough to be able to handle it. Okay, so there was really continuity of government planning. I'm going to post this on the Intel channels. And I'm about to run out of steam here. Look at this. You see this? We're not going to know what this is in a few years. We're not going to know what one of these is. Right? We'll not even know. We won't need wires. I got old wires all over the place. Wires everywhere. On this microphone, my whole table's filled up with things with wires, you know? We won't even know from that. Your grandkids will be coming to you like, what is that thing? So, that's something I found in the bottom of a bucket in the outside in the shed. I put it there a few thousand years ago, back when I was younger. Right? We'll be living long lives. We won't have wires. We won't have combustion engines. We won't have silly governments. We won't have silly doctors. We won't have silly lawyers. We won't have silly legal systems that lie to you and try to keep the truth from happening. We will have a beautiful planet. We will have radiance. We will have beautiful food, water, clean water everywhere, and fish. You know, when I look in the ocean in the future, I'm going to see the fish that I used to see when I was a little boy. When I was a little boy, there were fish everywhere. Now it's kind of hard. You see one, it's like, Joe, I spotted one off the coast of Delaware. It's a flounder, right? It's a big one. Yeah, come on, man. It's 12 inches long. Yeah, it's huge. I mean, these days it's not going to be like that. We're going to have real fish. I mean, if you're somebody who likes to, like, I'm a fish watcher. I like to watch fish. If you go to a pond and you see a big fish under the water, it's really exciting. I mean, for me, that's probably one of the most exciting things that I ever see is like a big fish. So we're going to see all that. We're going to see it's just going to be amazing. You know, we're not going to be lonely. We're not going to be hungry. We're not going to be tired. We're just going to be like, well, what do I really want to do today? You know, I mean, I was going to go on a hike, but yeah, I thought about, maybe taking an aereo battery, taking a flight to Nunavik with a flight pack. You probably won't even need flight packs. You just put your arms out and fly away. The technologies, we have no idea. We've been told you can't do this, you can't do that, and so we can't. As soon as we find out that we can, I mean, the monks used to levitate in this book, Diary of a Yogi. It says that at lunchtime they had to take all the silverware away from the big monks. Why? Because they all levitated and they would drop their forks on the other guys. So they took away all their silverware in case they were levitating during lunch. It's true. True story. Okay. Whatever. We needed the 2022 selection process to expose the governors and attorney generals who do not comply with the laws and orders put into place in 2017, 18, 19, and 20. The whole thing involved is simply solved by a statute from the previous 2 centuries ago, 1845. If you cannot see that the whole collusion and selection process, not kosherness, is an optic to keep you distracted while the militaries all over the world dealt with and have been fighting and cleaning out the bad guys. They've been keeping us distracted with this nonsense. I don't personally, I don't really get that into it. But on the other hand, I don't get a lot of information. They don't, hey, Kabbalah Guru, did you know what we're doing in Montana next week? We got some dumbs down there, man. We're going to go save the kids. We don't hear that, but that's what's happening. Another tactic of the cabal is to disguise their crimes, and 99% of you have fallen for it. I don't know what they mean by that. Yeah, disguise. Our law simply tells us how and when we can select. Uh, President T said in 2022, "This is the worst attack we've ever had, worse than Pearl Harbor. This is worse than the World Tea Center. There's never been an attack like this before. Should never have happened." So anyway, I don't think we should focus on the negativity. I'm gonna book. Um, there was a slang word. I'm going to. I can't remember what it was. Maybe you guys remember. There was my students taught it to me. Dip. Say, it's time to. I'm going to. I'm dipping. I don't know how they put it, but they said it's time to dip. That meant like leaving. Anyway, we're coming into an incredible time period. It could be soon. It seems like it. It seems like they're telling us that we don't find out about things until it's over. Not they're in the middle of an operation. No, when it's over, that's when we hear about it. So they said they cleaned up the dumps on the West Coast and the East Coast, and now they're working in the Rocky Mountains. If it takes a few more weeks, it's offensive to me. I need it to happen right now. Did I do my homework? No, but I want you to do yours right now. Right? That's how we always think. Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna go. Hopefully, I might be. There's a good chance that I'll be sending the next. We'll be having our nightly meeting in my new crib. So, God willing. So I'll see you guys later. Just know that we have a lot to be thankful for. There are a lot of people putting their lives on the line right now, and we're just kind of like it's up to us to spread the information. So, pass the information. If you're with people that don't understand you on Thanksgiving, just you don't need to really. I don't think you really need to harp on it. If you don't understand what I know, you're really in trouble. Nah, just say, hey, it's good to see you. You're looking good. And Agnes, you've never looked better. I like that red scarf you got. That's really classic, Aunt Agnes. Yeah. LGBT. Yeah, I don't even know what that means. I don't even speak English. So, but it's really good to see you. Right? We don't have to get we don't have to really like bring ourselves to any other level that we're not comfortable on. Anyway, don't be hopophobic, be hopophilic, I guess you would say. And we'll see you later. I'll see you later. I'm going to go pack, and hopefully I'll be broadcasting the next one from my new digs. Okay. Have a great day, guys. See you soon. There's a video coming out soon, and if you're lonely, check out the Telegram channels. Don't stop looking. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. It will soon be here. I mean, can you believe it's Thanksgiving already? 2022. I mean, remember was it January? How many years ago was that? That was in 2020, January 2020. Who said, "Oh, it's got to go down now, or else I'm out." Here it is, 2 years later. We're still doing fine. All right, we'll see you later. Thanks for coming, and God bless, and have a great Thanksgiving. You're the best. Okay, see you later.